If you're a fan of co-op dungeons and persistent online games, you've probably been eagerly waiting for Airship Syndicate's upcoming game, Wayfinder. Wayfinder has been in closed game testing off and on for several months, and after playing the closed beta test over the past week, we can see why there's a lot of anticipation for this one. Now that we've had the chance to play the closed beta, it's time to talk about why Wayfinder has got us hyped. Wayfinder has an interesting character-based system that most MMO players are familiar with. You start by selecting a character, and in the beta, we had access to 4 characters, each with their own unique style of gameplay. War Masters have more of a tank role, while Arcanists are more geared towards DPS. Each character has a unique playstyle that is based around the 3 archetypes: War Master, Arcanist, and Survivalist, which roughly translates to tank, DPS, and support. What sets Wayfinder apart from most character collectors is the weapon system. Any character you choose can change their weapon to any other type, as long as you've unlocked the mastery for it and then purchased or crafted the weapon. The weapons have their pros and cons, and each has its special ability. For example, the twin daggers attack quickly and provide the ability to counterattack, which requires some foresight and quick reaction times. The sword and shield attack faster than a two-handed weapon, but slower than twin daggers, but they provide ample defense when you block. And of course, the rifle is your ranged weapon that can attack from far away, and you can zoom in and fire some shots, but of course you can't block. Finally, the two-handed axe hits like a truck and provides a wide swing, which is good for dispatching a lot of little enemies. The combat is fast-paced and requires you to be aggressive to get anywhere in Evanor. The exploration is exciting, with a lot of open-world missions and things to see. One of the open-world missions, Spheres of Influence, is where you're tasked with defeating a dark star meteor within a set time limit. There's also secret chests hidden throughout the world, which contains treasures, skeleton keys, and trickster keys, which you'll need inside dungeons to open special chests. While we're on the topic of dungeons, there are 2 types of dungeon missions, ones where you can explore, and then dungeon bosses, which are called hunt missions. Exploration missions have a lot of things like puzzles to do and secret areas to find, while hunt missions are 3-player co-op monster battle hunts where you'll need to craft a gloom trace in order to enter them. Then you can queue for the battle and hopefully find someone to assist you, because some of the bosses can be pretty difficult. The power rating that is recommended on all dungeons and some missions is an amalgamation of all of your echoes, which is kind of like gear, artifacts, which is even more like gear, weapon affinity level, and character affinity level, which are both upgrades that you'll need to do along the way that take materials and gold. Echoes drop at various rarities, and they can also drop at different star levels. Every enemy drops their own unique echo, so if you find one that has stats you like, you can continue farming them and hopefully they'll drop a higher rarity or star level. Wayfinder does a pretty good job of allowing players to spec out their character the way they want. For example, you can focus directly on your ability strength or crit rating and power. You can also focus on breaking enemy shields, which might be really important for tanks so that they can break the boss's defenses and let the DPS do their job. The character customization is extensive, and unique options to customize your character include new faces, outfits, colors, and trinkets. The developers have said that most of what's going to be locked away in the cash shop will be cosmetics, but there will be some earnable cosmetics too, and being able to customize your look is always a good thing. You'll also be able to purchase characters in the cash shop for the first time only if you don't already have them, and if you haven't already crafted them. What I really liked in this test was the combat customization and exploration, and Wayfinder will be a fantastic game for people looking for an MMO light that appeals to small cooperative group dungeons with some more populated open world events. However, during the test, I did have some issues with quests, matchmaking, and crafting. Questing was a lot of fun, but sometimes the objectives were hard to see on the map, and matchmaking for missions was lackluster and became difficult to find teammates. But all of these are issues that Airship Syndicate has stated they are working on. Wayfinder will be free to play on launch and is headed into early access in May, and at that time the game will no longer be wiped, so if you're as excited for Wayfinder as I am, look towards May to get into early access. For more coverage on Wayfinder, head into the description where you can find links to read more of our impressions and read through an interview with Airship Syndicate on MMORPG.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.